Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the 2022 Senior Athletic Awards Recognition Night. At this time, I'd like to invite Marina Bergen, who will be attending the U.S. Naval Academy, and Alex Zhang, who will be attending the United States Military Academy at West Point, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. That is a lot tougher than it looks, because you go a lot faster because you're standing up here nervous and everyone goes slow, so it doesn't match up. But thank you both, and honestly, thank you for your commitment to our country and for what you're committing to do for the next 4 years of your life. Thank you very much. I'd like to begin this evening's program just by thanking a handful of people, because obviously it takes a lot of people to run a successful athletic program. And there certainly is a lot of people and a lot of thanks to go around. So first, I'd like to start by thanking our Superintendents of Schools, Dr. Manning, our Building Administration, Mr. Russo, Mr. Patronaggio, and Ms. Joyce. Thank you to our Board of Education for their support, our Board of Ed President, Ms. Susie Lustig, our Vice President, Mr. Christopher Kelly, our Board of Ed members, Ms. Sue Broderick, Dr. Edie Meltzer-Krief, Mr. Hanson Lee, Mr. David Steinberg, and Ms. Colleen Walcott. Thank you very much for all this. It's always nice, when you're at a contest and you turn around and you see your Board of Ed supporting our, our athletes on the field, so thank you. I want to thank the Harborfields Soccer Club for their support and generosity. We all know that in order to run a successful athletic program, it takes good youth programs to instill a love of the game. So thank you for your generosity, your support, and the great working relationship we've had. Thank you very much. Thank you to Bill Seeley and the custodial crew. Honestly, best around. Anything we need, they are there, no matter what time of day, no matter what time of night. They really go above and beyond for us to make sure that our athletes are always ready to play, and anything they need, that they're able to compete. So I can't thank them enough for all their hard work. So thank you. Tracy Farrell and her staff and her crew, they're working around the clock too to make sure our fields are always ready. Anything we need, they're there on the spot to make sure that our teams are ready to compete. So thank you to Tracy and her crew as well. Our nursing staff, Lisa Herring and Mary Beth Anderson, they dealt with a lot this year. COVID and quarantine. Some of you may have got that unfortunate phone call. It's not a phone call they wanted to make, but they were working, the weekends and nights to make sure that your paperwork was reviewed and that you were eligible to get back on the field or the court. So I can't thank them enough for all their work. So thank you to Lisa. Our athletic trainers, Rachel Holleran and Bill Van Vink, honestly, for keeping our athletes safe. There's always peace of mind when you know your students or your children are in good hands, and they are two of the best around. So I can't thank them enough for always being there for our athletes. Even on Easter Sunday, I know Bill was here working with an athlete. So, thank you so much for them and all they do. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of applause tonight. I know you guys might get a little tired, but thank you to Joanne Bocard and Suzanne Walsh, two very special individuals who I have the pleasure of working with. Thank you for everything. If you've ever called the office, you've spoken to them and you know who they are. For the athletes, you know who they are because you come into the office to steal candy. The coaches know them because they're always hounding them to get their paperwork in. And this year has been a tough one. First, because they've had to deal with me as a first-year athletic administrator, so I'm sorry. And the second is because of all the game changes, the transportation, and COVID. And honestly, I can't thank them enough, and I'm so grateful for everything they do. This year wouldn't have been the year it was without the two of them. They stay late. They're constantly, talking to me at night, on the weekends, whenever I need something. So honestly, words won't do it justice of how much I appreciate the two of you. And thank you for everything you've done for me, for our coaches, and our athletes in our athletic program. So thank you very much. I also want to take the time to thank the family and the friends of the alumni that have come here tonight to not only honor those that they've lost, but for their generosity and their support to our student athletes. To our students, every year I have the pleasure of sitting here and hearing about the amazing people we're honoring, their accomplishments, the character traits that they possess, and most importantly, the legacy and the lasting impact they've had on others. To the chosen recipients of the awards tonight, I want you to know that you have a great responsibility and you have the honor of carrying that legacy on with you. So the scholarships, they may be awarded tonight, they may not just be a monetary donation to you. I would really like you to think, about what those scholarships mean. You're going to be carrying on the legacy and all those traits that these people stood for. So I want you to listen when they speak about them tonight and remember what they stood for and know that you carry some of those characteristics and you were chosen for that reason. And I can't thank the families enough, for their continued support and generosity. So I want to thank the Malley family and friends, the Shivers family, the Greasing family, and the Connors family and friends. Thank you for your continued support and generosity. I also want to acknowledge and give a special thank you to our Booster Club. I'm not going to stand here tonight and hold up a Pink Flamingo and a Booster Club sign, but I do want to thank, Ken Shaliro, Kevin Horner, Jim Druskowski, Dennis Smith, Tom Goldsmith, Ken Garatano, Bob Sullivan, the new fundraising coordinator, Jen Cavaro, anyone else who attends meetings and volunteers. The Booster Club really has been such a pleasure to work with. They've taken on the vision of our athletic program, and what I had anticipated to be a 4 or 5 year plan, they kind of just hit fast forward on and really have zipped through everything that we talked about. And their hard work hasn't gone unnoticed. They've raised a ton of money, and you've noticed a lot of the changes around our campus, and everyone has benefited from it, not just our athletes, but our families. They have the Huddle Focus cameras up, both indoors and outdoors, so you're able to watch a game for free. You're starting to see some of our campus branding. When people come here to play, they notice it. There's a little bit of an intimidation factor. And you know what? Our athletes are proud to be here. Some of our middle school students that have gotten an opportunity to come up here and play, they recognize it, and they're saying the same things. So I really, I know some of them are sitting here tonight. I can't thank them enough. It has been a great working relationship. I really appreciate all the work you guys have done. And again, another group where words won't do it justice. I just really appreciate everything you guys have done. So thank you very much for everything. Our coaches, I sound like a broken record every time I get up here and I talk about our coaches, but I can't thank you for the time you spend dedicating to your teams and to your athletes. Coaching is not something that you just do when you're here. Coaching is something that you're doing nonstop. You're constantly thinking about ways to improve your team, ways to improve your program, ways to improve your student athletes. And I know our coaches are always thinking about ways to improve. And I know that because I'm constantly talking to them about it, whether it's a weekend or at night. And in my opinion, and I have said this before and I will say it again, our coaches are the best of the best. And I would stand up against any other staff in any other district and say that because I believe it. And again, I am very fortunate to get to work with such a great group of individuals and coaches that care so deeply about their students and their athletes. And I can't thank them enough. So please, give them a big round of applause. To the parents of our student athletes, this is an extremely exciting time, one that's filled with mixed emotions. It's a culminating event that you and your children have worked so hard for and have enjoyed since they were little. I say congratulations for all the work that you've done in raising such fine young men and women. Being a part of a high school athlete involves sacrifice, time, and energy. You should feel a sense of accomplishment and extreme pride here this evening as you are your child's best role model. I thank you for your support and hope that as an athletic community we can count on your future support and commitment so that others have the same opportunity in athletics that your sons and daughters have enjoyed these past few years. So I personally thank you for all that support. Now athletes, you really need to take a long, hard look around at your parents and your grandparents that's sitting here tonight. Because if it wasn't for them enrolling you in the sport that you excel in, right, or driving you to those practices, or being there with you to support you when you didn't feel like going, or celebrating you when you had success, or picking you up or lifting you up when you didn't have success, or washing your clothes and feeding you, you probably wouldn't be sitting here right now. So I think you owe your parents, your grandparents, your guardians a big round of applause and thank them for everything they've done. Last, certainly not least, I got to thank the student athletes, because if it wasn't for you, none of this is possible. This awards night doesn't exist, right? You're the ones that go out on the field, on the court. You're the ones that compete. You're the ones that perform. And I got to tell you, knowing you as a teacher, as a coach, and now as an administrator, it's been my pleasure to watch you guys grow over the last 4 years, to celebrate your success, to see the memories you've created, to see you smile, to see you guys, angst over some of your defeats, but just to see you work and compete on a daily basis has really been a privilege. And I can't thank you enough for the memories you've created, because they've been my memories too. And they mean a lot, and I wish you guys all the best in the future, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for you guys. So thank you all very much. Now, I definitely know you didn't come here to hear me talk tonight, so I'm going to stop, and we are going to start by introducing the first award, which is our Marine Corps Distinguished Athlete Award. So each year, the Marine Corps recognizes 2 athletes for outstanding athletic performance. These students are recognized as exemplary young citizens and act as role models for younger students. They have exhibited the personal traits of courage, poise, self-confidence, and leadership while performing as a varsity athlete. This year's winners of the Marine Corps Distinguished Athlete Awards are presented to Thomas Sullivan and Marina Bach. I would now like to invite Staff Sergeant Philip J. Howard up to announce the Army Scholar Athlete.
All right, good evening, faculty, parents, students, and guests. My name is Staff Sergeant Howard, and I'm the Armed Forces Career Counselor for the United States Army here in Suffolk County. Today, I am honored to continue what has become an important tradition by presenting the United States Scholar Athlete Award to 2 of the school's finest scholar athletes. These 2 students, whom the Army honors this year, have achieved the winning combination, excellence in both academics and athletics. They have accomplished a balance that many people aspire, but only few achieve. I'm delighted to be here to give the students special recognition for their accomplishments. The United States Army National Scholar Athlete Award was created in 1981 to honor top-tier students. Over the past 40 years, only these resilient students who have strived for excellence, to be the best of the best, have received this award. So today, the recipients will join the list of distinguished scholar athletes, students who are team captains, debate champions, and student community leaders, who have put forth extra effort to be what I would define as Army Strong. I am proud to have the opportunity to honor 2 of the nation's finest students right here at Harborfields High School. So without further ado, let's give a round of applause to this year's Army National Scholar Athletes awardees, Anthony Kelly and Marina Burton.
Now to present the Allen Prince Brief Scholarship, I'd like to invite Booster Club President Ken Shalero.
Hi. So, as you, Rob, thanks for the introduction. My name is Ken Schlero. Usually, when we get together to do the Alan Prince and the Booster Scholarship, it's joined with the board members of the Booster Club. So this year, I think it was 4 of us sit around, and there's actually a rubric and a measuring of all the accomplishments that the student athlete has accomplished and done, and we go through a point system to kind of measure that. I'm impressed of just how much you all do. So this award didn't come easy for any of these. My kids hate it because I look at them and go, oh, put an orange, or like do something. Look at all these wonderful kids. So it's not a great day in my house. God bless them. It was just amazing to see it, how much time and dedication is put into it. So, with further ado, Gabriella Meza for the Alan Prince Scholarship. And Caitlin Keeley. This year, we normally give out 4, but this year we had some really great candidates that met the mark. So we're giving out five scholarships this year. So I'll just name out the names right now. So it's Owen Sullivan, Gabriella Donnelly, Sharon James, and Allison Ryan. I know.
Now to present the Brian Connors Memorial Scholarship, I'd like to invite Mr. and Mrs. Connors up to present the scholarship.
I'm Mike, this is Jackie. This is the Brian Connors Memorial Scholarship. This was created after our son Brian's death in a skiing accident in January 2017. We created this scholarship to pass on Brian's legacy. Brian was a laid-back kid who just loved sports. It actually was 11th grade that Brian decided he wanted to play football in his senior year. This was mainly because of encouragement from Coach Potter and Coach Harmon. Playing football in his senior year was a life-changing event for Brian. From playing football, he developed many qualities that last a lifetime. While in college, Brian would volunteer to help Coach at Harborfields. From there, he went on to get a position coaching JV football and later coached varsity at Suffolk High School. Brian would love to pass on to his players the valuable lessons he learned playing football, such as accountability, sportsman, and respect for others. The most important lessons to learn from sports that pertain to life. In your life, there will be times that you will get knocked down. The most important thing is to get yourself up and take the first step to move forward. The following steps will become easier. The second step is always try to do the right thing, not just for your family or your friends, but even for those you might not know. Even when the outcome might not have been what you wanted, you can walk away with your head held high. The students that are receiving the Brian Connors Memorial Scholarship demonstrated what Brian wanted from his players. There is no better way to teach teaching than by example. One thing I must mention is we would like to thank Mr. Brian Dolan for the tireless time spent on the golf alley that raises funds for this scholarship and other acts of kindness in our community.
The recipients of the Brian Connors Memorial Scholarship are Gabriella Mazza and Ethan Burdecki.
Now to present the Patty Shivers Memorial Award, I'd like to invite Coach Scott Wallace and Ms. Callie Viegas up to the podium.
So I'd like to tell you, every year I look forward to doing this, and of course this morning we go, and my voice is, I get so pleased with it. Good evening and congratulations to all of you, and best of luck to you as you close this chapter and move on to your next. It is truly an honor for Mr. Wallace and myself to present the Patty Shivers Memorial Award on behalf of the Shivers family to two deserving senior student athletes each spring. Patty Shivers was a student here at Harborfields, but up here at the high school only for 1 year, 1991, our junior year. I had the great privilege of not only being her teammate on the varsity softball team, which of course Coach Wallace was our coach, but also being considered a very good friend to Patty. Unfortunately, that year we tragically lost Patty in a car accident. Patty's parents wanted to create an award for student athletes that exhibited all of her fine qualities that embody Patty's spirit. I'd like to take a moment to let you know a little bit about Patty. Patty was an incredible person. She was friends with everyone. She didn't fit in with just one group, but she fit in with all groups. She had a big personality, an amazing character, and was always positive about everything, even when we lost. She would always find ways to make us laugh again. Patty cheered us up, cheered us on, and was always keeping the team spirit high, and that's what made her an invaluable member of our team. That's basically who Patty was. This award is not based on the performance or stats, but rather acknowledges those student athletes who represent the true spirits of athletics, those who by their own nature are invaluable members of the team. They always have a positive outlook, both on and off the field, while treating everyone with respect. They're supportive and encouraging to all the members of their team and the other team. They are always ready to pick us up when needed. These recipients bring a spirit and a smile to their sport every day. Their positive attitude radiates throughout the team. Therefore, on behalf of the entire Shivers family, it is our honor to present Patty Shivers Memorial Award to Andrew Root and Lena Tornesi.
set of awards acknowledges participation on a specific sport for 4 years. These special athletes have been members of the respective varsity teams since they were freshmen. We honor 23 of our senior athletes with this award tonight. I would like to announce all the names and have them come up and stand here if we can hold our applause to the end for the 4-year award winner. Tyler Axelson, soccer. Marina Bach, cross country and track. Marina Bergen, field hockey. Michael Brown, bowling. Tony Angelina Cantatori, track. Katie Casano, softball. Sophia Cutie, swimming. Luke DeRosa, lacrosse. Stella Fava, softball. Caitlin Feely, softball. Emma Flynn, field hockey and lacrosse. Angelique Handel, cheer. James Lawler, lacrosse. Cole Maney, cross country and track. Kira Mullen, track. Grace Quigley, swimming. Allison Ryan, track. Nicholas Sallier, swimming. Marshall Singer, tennis. Owen Sullivan, cross country. Nigella Trinidad, track. Francesca Vittoriti, lacrosse. Sarah Walker, winter track and track. Round of applause for our 4-year varsity. We're going to move on to the 5-year, and I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to let you clap and applaud after each one. Make it easy. 5-year award. This award acknowledges participation on a specific sport for 5 years. This special athlete has been a member of the varsity team since the 8th grade. It gives me great pleasure to award the 5-year plaque to the following. Marina Bergen, lacrosse. Ryan Dupree, swimming. Sophia Knudsen, swimming. Gabriella Mazza, softball. Christopher Chi, tennis. Ian Reynolds, swimming. And John Thompson, swimming. Now for this 6-year varsity award, I'm not great at math, but I'm thinking these people are right out of elementary school. This award acknowledges participation on a specific sport for 6 years. The special athlete has been a member of the varsity team since 7th grade. It gives me great pleasure to award the 6-year plaque to Catherine Poshman. And Alex Zhang, boys swimmer.
Present the Harborfields Soccer Club Scholarship. I'd like to introduce Mr. Tom Bear and the Harborfields Soccer Club to present the awards.
Good evening. My name is Tom Bear, and I want a special thank you or congratulations to obviously all the recipients, but also a special thank you to Rob, Coach Greening, and Coach Wallace. So we started this scholarship program back in 2019. It was really inspired by something my brothers and I did at Penn State, honoring my parents, and wanted to really try to give something back to people who served in the military and came back and wanted to get their degree at Penn State. And so I reached out to Coach Wallace and Coach Green and said, what can we do? And obviously came up with the idea of a scholarship for boys and girls in soccer. And so tonight's winners on the girls' side, Kira Mullins, Faye Young,
Present the Tornado News Team Media Award. I'd like to invite Mrs. Legg up to the podium.
Each year, the athletic department recognizes exceptional talents and efforts of our Tornado News Team. Although the athletes compete on the field, the news team is working diligently behind the scenes to ensure that our athletes are being recognized through news articles, interviews, and photos. This year, we honored 2 Tornado News Team members that went above and beyond their normal role. We are proud to announce that this year's recipients are Deborah Jaffe and Allie Castellano.
To present the Naismith High School Basketball Courage Award, I'd like to introduce Coach John Tampori.
The Jersey Mike's Naismith High School Basketball Courage Award recognizes 1 male and 1 female high school basketball player who has consistently gone above and beyond throughout the basketball season and has demonstrated courage in their approach to their team, school, and community. This year, we are pleased to announce that the recipients of this year's awards are Audrey Bergenthaler and Quentin Gegwich.
To read the retired numbers, I'd like to introduce Coach Scott Wallace back to the podium.
Hello again. So it's a privilege every year to award the retired numbers. An athlete earns a retired number for participation on 7 varsity teams since 9th grade. We honor 10 such athletes tonight. They join 615 athletes so honored in Harborfields history. I'm going to call them down individually. Please hold your applause, and if the retired numbers, if those athletes would come down and stay so we can get one big picture. So number 616, Marina Bach. Okay, go ahead. Number 617, Marina Bergen. Number 618, Tony Cantatore. Number 619, Caitlin Fielding. Number 620, Emma Flynn. And number 621, Cole Manning. Number 622, Allison Ryan. Number 623, Owen Sullivan. Number 624, Nigella Trinidad. Number 625, Sarah Walker. And number 626, Dylan Wolf.
To present the Stephen J. Malley Memorial Scholarship, I'd like to invite Mr. John Tampori back up to the podium.
In July 2004, Stephen Malley passed away in a tragic car accident. Just 23 years old, Steve was a well-rounded and creative individual with a dedication to his personal education and a passion for educating others. Some of you might know that Steve wrestled and was one of the greats, but Steve was so much more. He was in a rap group and a folk rock band. He played football and was in chorus and drama. He was a creative writer, the class clown. He was the man. He's the person that literally had friends everywhere, and everyone wanted to be around him. You may have not known Steve, but you know classmates that embody his love of life and other people. In honor of Steve's legacy and his dedication to education, public service, and personal enrichment, his friends and family established the Stephen J. Malley Memorial Fund. The Malley Memorial Fund has given out nearly $100,000 to Harborfields student athletes since 2005. We are pleased to announce that this year's award recipient is Owen Sullivan.
To present the award for Athletes Helping Athletes, I'd like to invite Mr. Greenlawn up to the podium.
Athletes Helping Athletes is a group comprised of many of our finest student athletes and role models in the building who are trained to promote an anti-drug, alcohol, tobacco, and bullying message to fifth graders at Thomas J. Leahy Elementary School. Following the presentations at TGL, the feedback received from teachers, administrators, and the fifth grade students themselves about AHA is nothing short of awesome and inspiring. As their advisor, I take immense pride in not only the athletic accomplishments of these student athletes, but the manner in which they conduct themselves in school and in the community. It gives me great pleasure to announce this year's award recipients who truly embody all of the characteristics of what this group is all about. Congratulations to Thomas Sullivan and Anthony Kelly.
companion up to the podium.
How's it going, everyone? My name is Vincent Companion. This is my first year in the district as an educator and a coach. So I just want to use this opportunity to thank the senior class for making this, my first year here, such a special experience. It wouldn't be the same without you. And I'm so happy that I was able to go through this first year with you. So I'm wishing you all the best in your future. Thank you. Now for the Gold Key Award. The Gold Key Award, sponsored by the Section 11 of the New York State Public High School Athletic Association, is presented to any high school athlete who earns 8 junior varsity or varsity letters in grades 10 through 12. 6 student athletes are honored with the Gold Key Award tonight. It is my pleasure to announce the winners. Marina Bach, Marina Bergen, Corey Jones, Cole Moody, Allison Ryan, and Dylan Ward.
Now to present the John B. Grace Award winners, I'd like to invite Mr. Siri to the podium.
Good evening, everybody. John B. Grace was a physical education teacher and a coach in our district for many years. Unfortunately, he passed away at a very early age, but the characteristics he believed in of an outstanding physical education student is still very important to those involved in physical education. Leadership, citizenship, character, and sportsmanship are qualities Mr. Grace embraced and practiced each and every day of his life. The recipients we honor tonight exemplify those qualities and truly appreciate their importance. It is with great pleasure that the Department of Physical Education and Athletics honors 2 student athletes who truly define all of the characteristics that Mr. Grace stood for. This year's award winners are Ethan Radicki and Katie Casano. Suffolk Zone Award. Each year, the Suffolk Zone of New York State Association for Health, Physical Education, Recreation, and Dance honors 1 young man and 1 young woman in our graduating class who can meet the following criteria for accomplishment: exceptional physical performance in physical education, scholastic ability, leadership qualities. The Department of Physical Education is pleased to announce this year's award recipients: Carmine Patelli and Katie Casano.
Present the Jason S. Greasing Memorial Scholarship, I'd like to invite John Greasing and the Greasing family up to the podium.
Good evening, everybody. It's an honor to be here on behalf of the JSG Scholarship with the Harborfields family and community, friends, and extended family. I first want to thank the Athletic Department again for having us participate in the Athletic Awards. Tonight, JSG Scholarship will be giving some general scholarships to some very special Harborfield student athletes. But before we do that, I just want to give you some background on the scholarships and why we do it. The JST Scholarship was created to continue the legacy of my brother, Jason Greason. My name is John Greason. We have 4 other brothers, Jim, Jeff, Gerald, and obviously Jason. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about Jay. Jason was the youngest of the 5. All of us born and raised in this community. We all participated in sports while going to Harborfields. In fact, I believe it was for 10 years plus, there was always a greasing on a varsity sport in succession. Jason was the last Greason to graduate in 1984. He loved sports, great athlete, excelled in baseball, football, youth and captain of the football team. He also wrestled. He hit, throw, he could run. Being the smallest and the youngest, he had to run fast, so he was very fast. Remember, however, he was more than just an athlete. He represented what all teams need: a selfless leader, a great teammate, and a friend to all, whether you were an athlete or not, or on and off the field. I think he got that from our parents, Jim and Noni, and they instilled the values of community and passion for life within all of us. After high school, Jason attended Suffolk Community College. However, he decided college was not for him. He went back to learn the trade. He became a plumber and was hired by the great team over at Greenlawn Water District. He continued playing sports, baseball, and he played golf all the time. He had many, many friends. I can honestly say that there really was not many people that met him that did not like him or respect him. We all had so much fun with Jason. I can tell you some stories, but I'll hold off on that one right now about how we had that fun. Unfortunately, Jason was diagnosed with a brain tumor in his early 40s, and the diagnosis was not good. The doctor had said glioblastoma stage 4. Probably months to live, and maybe a year to live. But just as he had done in his life, he forgot the tumor, played hard, he was always smiling, living his life to the fullest. He fought this disease for over 5 years. He truly made the most of that time. He really did always have a smile. Talked a lot of baseball, and somehow he kept playing golf until the end. He showed us how to live. So Jason, JSG Scholarship began in 2014 to help carry on Jay's legacy and his passion for life. Sports, community, love for family and friends. Since then, we have awarded over $70,000 in scholarships to the Harborfields athletes. We look for students from Harborfields that portray the values that Jason did and who will go on to college or vocational school. Many local businesses, along with many friends, have donated to this scholarship, and I want to say thanks to everybody who has made this possible. This year, the JSG planned on awarding 3 $2,007 scholarships, and we always add the 7 because that was Jason's number. I must say that all the students who applied for the JSG scholarship today have shown everything we were looking for. The common thread was Harborfields family, emphasis on community, family, and participating in athletics. We really were impressed, and I'm sure that the parents of the students who are going to win are incredibly proud. It was very difficult to choose from the talented pool, but because of that, we added one more person because we thought that at least one more was worthy of it. So we're going to give a total of 4 scholarships for $2,007 each. So we know that they will carry on the legacy of Jason. The winners of these scholarships are Dylan Olson, Owen Sullivan, Walker, Dylan Wolf.
Present the Town of Huntington Scholar Athlete Award, placed by Mr. Companion.
Each year, the town of Huntington recognizes a male and female scholar athlete who excels in both athletics and the classroom. These academically gifted student athletes are recognized at a special Town of Huntington board meeting, along with other male and female award recipients from school districts within the Town of Huntington. These 2 award recipients have excelled at having the highest GPA average while participating on the varsity sport. Congratulations to this year's Town of Huntington Scholar Athlete Award recipients, Christopher Chi and Allison Ryan.
Present the Delegate Award, I'd like to invite Ms. Legg up to the podium.
Each year, the Delegate family presents an award to honor a male and female athlete in each high school in Suffolk County, with nominations coming from the school's athletic director. The prestigious award reflects the characteristics of Guy Butch Delegate, an educator and guidance counselor from the Connecticut School District, a top basketball and lacrosse official, and a driving force in the world of high school athletics. While he was alive, it was Guy Delegate's vision to reward and acknowledge athletic excellence on the high school level. His passion was sports, and he felt, like many of us do to this day, that athletics teaches more than just a game. It teaches about life and working as a team to achieve lofty goals. Please join me in congratulating this year's award winners, Nigella Trinidad and Alex Zanuck.
It now gives me great pleasure to introduce an esteemed member of the senior class who has chosen to speak to all of you on what has become an annual tradition at this senior athletic award ceremony. We refer to this as the athletic experience from the perspective of the student athlete who has participated in different sports throughout their years. This year, the honor falls to a male student athlete. I cannot think of a finer young man to speak to you this evening other than Chad Berlin, an athlete who has certainly left his mark on Harborfields High School as a scholar athlete. Chad was ranked 9th in his class and will be attending the University of Michigan this fall, where he'll be studying biology on a pre-med track. We wish him the best of luck. Please join me in welcoming Chad Berlin to the stage.
Thank you for having me. Before I begin, I'd like to take a moment to recognize and thank all the coaches and parents who dedicated their time and passion to all the student athletes here. We thank you, and I think it's appropriate to give a round of applause to all the coaches and parents. Good evening, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Chad Berlin, and I played soccer and basketball at the high school with a very brief stint as the manager of the track team as well. I'm a diehard Knicks fan and watch unhealthy amounts of basketball. When Mr. Franco asked me to speak, I was both honored and very excited to put something together, because sports as a whole means so much to me, as I'm sure it does for all of you. The memories I've made playing school ball are ones I'm going to take with me forever. Most recently, this past basketball season. We put a team together in hopes of winning a county championship, but unfortunately we fell short of it. However, what we did put together was a bunch of kids who, and I quote, just want to win by 1 point, as Coach Levy would say. Some of the most fun I've ever had was competing with them on the court. We frequently made trips for team breakfast, and would all hang out and watch the NFL playoffs together. 4 months later, we all still try to get together and play once a week. We called our Legends vs. Bucket Squad game, where we pinned the upper and lower classmen against each other. I feel like that season encapsulates what it means to be a Harborfields athlete. We were a group of guys who were proud of the names on the front of our jerseys and did everything for one another, not for ourselves. That's what I think makes our athletic program so special, the pride each student athlete carries themselves with. Whether it be waking up before school to get shots up, or carving out time in a busy schedule of practices and games to prioritize schoolwork, people are proud to play for our school and understand what it means to step out onto the field or court with the word Harborfields written on your chest. I think the story I'll look back on most from my high school experience playing sports was from my junior year soccer season. The season ended in a county championship, but my story is not as strong as that. I overslept one of the Saturday morning practices, and the next day I had to make up for it. It was brutal. I can confidently say I never ran that much in my life. I ran tour after tour, and afterwards did some burpees as well, because I guess the incessant running itself is not enough. I'm by no means the greatest runner, speed or distance. However, while I was out there running, I pushed through. I just remember thinking to myself about why I was doing it, to be held accountable. I made a mistake and needed to make up for it. I most definitely was not late to another practice. This and countless other lessons make sports so great. Looking at all my fellow athletes, I'm sure my story is not unique, and I'm not the only one with a tale like that. I think that's why so many people look back with love on their time playing high school sports. Where else can you have fond memories of early morning scrimmages before school and character building moments like running until you can't anymore? However, we aren't here tonight to reminisce on the memories that we made. We are here to celebrate the athletes at our school, because each and every one of you has spent time working on your craft and has excelled in your individual field. It is truly an honor to be up here tonight with each and every one of you. Harborfields athletic program has taught its athletes to get back up when you stumble, that hard work begins when you think you have nothing left, that we are a team always, and that while winning tastes great, effort, determination, and grit are life skills we take on our next steps. Every one of you should be proud of what you've accomplished and proud to say that you're a Harborfields athlete. Congratulations to each of you.
Chad was worried about giving the presentation. He came to my office today, and I think he was going to ask to not do it. But I think I calmed him down a little bit and eased his pain and nerve. But this is always my favorite part of the event, because it's nice to hear what the student athletes have to say about their coaches. Because as a coach, you're on the sideline, and you know you are pushing them or making them run into the ground sometimes, and you don't know what's going through their mind. But to hear their experiences and to hear what they take from our athletic program means a lot. So thank you, Chad. Honestly, I don't think you could have put it any better. I really appreciate you taking the time to write such thoughtful words and share such a message. So thank you very much. To announce our scholar athletes, I'd like to invite Mr. Potter back up.
Every season, the New York State Public High School Athletic Association recognizes those student athletes that excel academically while participating in their sport. I am proud to announce that this year Harborfields High School earned the honor of being recognized as a School of Excellence, with 26 of 27 teams being named Scholar Athlete teams. To qualify as a Scholar Athlete team, the team's grade point average for 75%, that's 3/4, of the roster must be greater than or equal to a 90. Knowing the hard work and commitment it takes to participate in athletics makes this accomplishment all the more impressive, and we couldn't be any prouder of our teams and coaches. I would like to recognize those that are here tonight that were named Scholar Athletes. When I call your name, please stand up. For football, John Acrotani, Justin Allen, Charles Blitz, Francesco Cimatero, Luke DeRosa. Stand up. Anthony Kelly, John Martin, Vaughn Martin, Ryan McQuaid, Carmine Patelli, Ethan Radicke, and Thomas Sullivan. For golf, Nicholas Constant, Andrew Palermo, and Liam Ryan. Girls soccer, Petra Brown, Tony Angelina Cantatori, Anya Glass, Faye Jung, Caroline Kendrick, and Kira Mullins. Gymnastics, Abby McGowan. Field hockey, Marina Bergen. Emma Flynn. Logan Napoli. And Lena Tornisi. Girls tennis, Caitlin Feely. Nicole Feeble. And Allison Ryan. Cheerleading, Alexandria Colley. Ari Feruznia. Nadia Fuller. And Angelique Kendall. Boys soccer, Tyler Axelson. Andrew Lynch. Jesse Lynch. Aiden Quigley. Andrew Root. Nicholas Ruisi. And Bailyn Slansky. Girls cross country, Marina Bach. Marielle Mern. Girls volleyball, Gabriella Dahlia. Shannon Lynn. Avery Medico. And Ava Spencer. Boys cross country, Cole Maney. Girls swim, Sophia Cutie. Sophia Knudsen. Catherine Poshman. And Madeline Poulis. And now for the winter sports. Girls winter track, Marina Bach. Tony Angelina Cantatori. Christina Krause. Kelsey Mullen. Madeline Poulis. Allison Ryan. And Sarah Walker. Boys swimming, Ryan Dupree. Ian Reynolds. John Thompson. Alex Denham. Girls basketball, Sophia DeSagli. Audrey Mergenthaler. Elena Rodolico. Alexa Tobias. Boys winter track, Brandon Hancock. Jared Hibbert. Competitive cheer, Alexandria Colley. Ari Feruznia. Boys basketball, this is a smart group. Chad Berlin. Justin Desiderio. Quentin Haywood. Charles Gorman. Colin Meany. Andrew Root. Nicholas Ruisi. Bowling, Liam Burns. Dominic Nemeth. Colin Phelan. Spring season. Baseball, Ryan Casano. Matthew Considine. Michael Peters. Brian Sheep. Boys tennis, Zachary Aronowski. Christopher Cheek. and Marshall Singer. Softball, Katie Casano. Stella Fava. Caitlin Feely. Gabriella Mazza. Nina Tornesi. Girls track and field, Marina Bach. Tony Angelina Cantatori. Christina Kraus. Kelsey Mullins. Mariel Murray. Madeline Poulis. Allison Walker. I'm sorry, Allison Ryan, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Sarah Walker. Girls lacrosse, Nicole Allen. Sarah Allen. Marina Bergen. Kira Delaney. Emma Flynn. Trey Jones. Francesca Vitoriti. Boys lacrosse, Luke DeRosa. Joseph Huseman. Anthony Kelly. James Waller. Ethan Radicke. And Thomas Sullivan. Boys track and field, Brandon Hancock. Cole Maney. And now for the summer sports. Just kidding.
Thank you, Mr. Potter. So this year, the Harborfields Athletics Unsung Hero Award is an award to recognize the accomplishments of a male or female student athlete who helped their respective teams achieve success in ways that may not always be measured by statistics. The award seeks to acknowledge a student athlete who is respected by teammates and coaches by going above and beyond various aspects of a student athlete's experience. This award also reflects the character, integrity, and work ethic that they endure to be a difference maker on the team or outside of the athletic venue. It's with great pride and pleasure to announce this year's Unsung Hero Award and winner of a Booster Club Scholarship of $1,000, Wyatt LaFontaine. I'd like to invite head varsity wrestling coach Matt Bolello up to say a few words about Wyatt and why he's most deserving of this award.
Good evening. Wyatt has been part of the Harborfields wrestling family for the past 10 years, having wrestled in our youth, middle school, and high school wrestling programs. Wyatt quickly became one of the most dedicated, hardworking, and enthusiastic wrestlers on the team. But that's all to have to do with him, and his willingness to never stop inspiring everyone around him, whether they were his teammates, peers, teachers, coaches, or children that were born just like him. Wyatt was born with a cleft palate 18 years ago. Since then, he has undergone 6 major surgeries to help repair and correct his facial structure. Yes, 6 major reconstructive surgeries already in his life. Some as a baby, and others had to wait until he was older and went through growth spurts. Yet despite all that, Wyatt has been participating in wrestling, hockey, and football. This award should really go to his mother for having to deal with all of this. Wyatt's latest surgery was just about a year ago, the start of last summer's summer vacation. His parents let us know he was going in, and we went and wished him the best. I'll never forget when he got out, and I got texts from him after his surgery. Wyatt sent me before and after x-rays of what the doctors did for him. They moved his upper jaw forward 22 centimeters. I couldn't believe what I was looking at, or then believe how he was going to be able to participate in any sports at any point during this year. Wyatt got to healing, eating liquid meals, ended up getting an infection over the summer, which slowed his progress, and he was stuck at home all summer, knowing that his senior seasons could be in jeopardy. When the fall semester rolled around of the school year, Wyatt got the unfortunate news that he was going to miss his entire senior football season. Knowing Wyatt as well as I have for the last 4 years, it didn't shock me when I knew that he was going and attending every practice and game, knowing that he'd never strap on his pads ever again. In November, when wrestling started, Wyatt got the okay to start physical activity. You know, typical things like walking and biking. This is how he spent his first 3 weeks of wrestling practice, slowly getting himself back into shape. Wyatt finally was cleared to fully participate in December, 6 months after his surgery, on one condition: he had to wear a protective face mask. If you've never seen a wrestling face mask, it is hideous and unbearable to wear. Most kids wear them for about 2 weeks with a broken nose, something like that. He had to wear it for 2 months. When Wyatt finally took the mat, he was down 20 pounds, out of shape, and rusty with his technique. He had 8 weeks left of his senior season, and he was going to make the most of it that he could. He lost some matches early on, but found a groove and started getting back to himself. Wyatt finished the season with a record of 15-6, and he took second in our League 6 tournament, but ended up falling short of his goal of placing at the Suffolk County Wrestling Tournament. Wyatt fell short of his ultimate goal as a wrestler, but still had a tremendous career. He finished his wrestling career with 45 wins, was a 2-time team captain, a 3-time All-League wrestler, and a 3-time team MVP. Wyatt was also awarded the Rohan Murphy Inspirational Wrestler of the Year by the Suffolk County Wrestling Coaches Association. But there is way more to Wyatt than just his sports. He has become a staple of his community in which he was born into. For years, he has sung at the annual children's show hosted by his hospital to help inspire them and show them that they can do anything. He has an annual spot in the variety show singing at our school as well. You should hear, you guys probably know, but I know he gets a huge applause afterwards. Wyatt is the co-host of the morning announcements that are live on video every day here at Harborfields. He has worked with charities, including one called My Face, which helps raise money for children with facial disfigurement who can't afford surgeries like he's been able to get. I know that your teammates, your school, your parents, and certainly us as your coaches are proud of you for not only inspiring them, but inspiring every child that is just like you by being an extraordinary role model. I'm proud of you, Wyatt. I'm happy to give you the Harborfields Athletic Unsung Hero Award. Congratulations.
I'd like to recognize the athletes that are playing on the collegiate level. So each year, less than 2% of all senior high school student athletes are given the opportunity to play their sport of choice on the collegiate level, balancing time, demands of higher academic expectations, increased accountability and competition, and overall increase in commitment on the team, are just several of the many factors that validate the 2% or less to play on the next level. It's 1% of those collegiate athletes who will finish all 4 years of their athletic eligibility. Tonight, I'm pleased to honor many of our senior student athletes who have committed or have received scholarship money to play their sport in college. Earlier this year, we had the pleasure of honoring these student athletes at a ceremony where Harborfields alum Patrick Godfrey came back to deliver a message on what it would take for them to be successful on the next level. It was an amazing night, and I hope they received the message he delivered. I congratulate you, and I thank you for all that you've done to make Harborfields athletics that much better over your years of participation. And I wish you the best of luck as you carry the HF tradition next year to your new teams. Please stand and stay standing when you hear your name called. Tyler Axelson, men's soccer, SUNY Geneseo. Marina Bergen, women's lacrosse, United States Naval Academy. Petra Brown, women's soccer, Gettysburg College. Jude Callan, men's soccer, SUNY Maritime College. Frankie C. Matero, football, SUNY Cortland. Kira Delaney, women's lacrosse, University of Rochester. Luke DeRosa, men's lacrosse, Vassar College. Brandon Hancock, track and field, Catholic University. Peter Houston, baseball, SUNY Oneonta. Faye Jones, women's lacrosse, Western Connecticut State University. Anthony Kelly, football, Amherst College. Dylan Olson, football, Harvard College. Ryan Shee, baseball, St. Joseph's College, Maine. Davis Spencer, women's volleyball, NYU. Jake Starkey, men's lacrosse, SUNY Geneseo. Owen Sullivan, cross-country track, Oneonta. Francesca Vitariti, women's lacrosse, Stony Brook University. Molly Whistler, women's lacrosse, Lebanon Valley College. Dylan Wolf, men's lacrosse, Pace University. Alex Zhang, diving, United States Military Academy. Let's give one more big round of applause for her. Each year, the awards committee selects one male and one female athlete of the year. These young men and women must have a minimum of 2 varsity sports and include postseason awards and show a dedicated work ethic and leadership qualities. They represent all that Harborfields athletics stand for. This year, I'm pleased to announce that the most outstanding male athlete award winner, 3-sport varsity athlete competing in football, basketball, and lacrosse, is Dylan Wolf. Coach Levy and Coach Conroy up to speak on behalf of Dylan.
Doesn't go down to 5'6". This doesn't fit in, but it's unscripted. It's got kind of a John Travolta thing going on. Just going on. No, but I have to say, I'm so happy for Dylan. I'm so happy for the Wolf family. Remember, when I say these things, it all ends up great. He's up here on stage, so keep filming the whole time so you get the whole speech. But what makes this so special is that Dylan's journey did not always go smoothly. There were many highs and lows along the way. But Dylan finishing his HF career, winning this award is a true success story, and again, a tribute to Dylan and a tribute to his parents. I coached Dylan on the lacrosse and basketball teams. I've known him for many, many years. I think he's been doing the summer lacrosse program, I think since like 5th grade. I noticed him right away because he's just a very, very natural athlete. And I can say this without hesitation, in my 8 or 9 years coaching lacrosse, he's one of the most gifted players in all of my time here. I always recognized that there was something special about Dylan. However, Dylan had a lot of growing up to do in order to reach his full potential as a student athlete. But I have to say though, especially in this last 12 months, I've seen a real positive change. I actually wrote transformation. I thought that would sound weird. I've seen a real transformation in Dylan in his senior year. Dylan, during our basketball season, which is what I coached him this year, he had bad luck, including getting sick for 2 or 3 weeks in the middle of the year. And when he came back, the team was on a winning streak, and the rotation really became set because of it. For a great athlete like Dylan, not getting minutes is a tough thing to deal with, and I wasn't sure how he'd respond. The way he handled that adversity, it just showed how much he's grown and how much he's matured as a person. And I can say this, for the last 2 months of the year, he was consistently one of the hardest workers in the gym, ultra competitive, a positive force on the team, and laser focused on the game plan. The best compliment I can give Dylan is that he proved to everyone in our program that he's not only a great athlete, but also a great teammate. This is my opinion, but Dylan was named the outstanding athlete because of his athletic accomplishments and the transformation he's made as a person in the last 2 years. I have to say, we've had a long journey together with ups and downs. I'm really proud of Dylan. I loved coaching him. I already miss him, and I feel fortunate to have the opportunity to be a very small part of his journey as a student athlete. So congratulations to Dylan, and no doubt his best days are ahead. Congratulations.
Dylan was a 2-year starter for our football team. This year he was named the captain, also all division. Dylan was a very special young man when it came to the football field. Some of the plays that he made showed tremendous athleticism, some that I haven't seen in my coaching career. There are nights where I would watch film and I'd say, how did he do that? I mean, that was just, he's never practiced it before, he just did it on game day. He's very passionate about winning, that competitiveness. I know both on and off the field, and the passion that he brings every day is amazing. And I hope that our future football players can see Dylan in that type of passion. I know at the end of our run in the playoffs, like most of my seniors, you know, when they have to hang up their helmets for the last time, you know, the tears come out. And Dylan came up to me at the end of our playoff run and just, you know, cried on my shoulder and was like, Coach, I'm going to miss this all. And that just shows the passion that he has for the sport of football and all of his sports. He's come into a great young man as a football coach. You know, you don't get many athletes like him, and I'm just happy that I got the opportunity to coach him. I wish him all the best of luck. Congratulations, Dylan.
4 years ago, when Dylan was a freshman, all I kept hearing from the JV coaches at that time was, you got to see this Wolf kid, he's a beast. Sure enough, during that offseason, I got to witness Dylan's skill set and what everyone was talking about. And everything I had heard was true. He was super energetic, just all over the field. Ground balls, heavy shots, everything. For a student athlete who had not played a varsity sport yet, he was really holding his own, playing against varsity caliber teams in the Suffolk County Summer League. There's not a high school lacrosse coach within 1,000 miles that wouldn't have loved to have Dylan Wolf on their practice field. But he was here at Harborfields, thank goodness, and we couldn't be more thankful. Dylan is everything you want in a midfielder for the game of lacrosse. He's big, fast, extremely strong, and just fearless, and at times, simply unguardable. A perfect example of these attributes was in our game against Bayport Blue Point this year. This was a must-win game for us at Bayport, who was a top 3 team in our division in 2022. Going into the game, the coaching staff and I just knew that Dylan would draw their best defender, and they would slide real early to him every time he touched the ball. Sure enough, as the game got going, Bayport was doing their best to limit Dylan and our chances, throwing everyone and everything at him. Dylan was at his best when the team needed him most. He had 6 goals on 7 shots, and believe me, he paid the price for every single shot. But it was nothing to Dylan. He bounced back up after every crushing hit, letting out that Dylan-esque primitive roar. And it fires the team up and rallies everybody, sure enough, including the coaching staff. Coaching is all about building relationships, and especially this past season, I believe Dylan and I built a long-lasting relationship where maybe in 20 years, I can show off some dance moves at his wedding. But certainly for me as a first-year head coach, I leaned on Dylan quite a bit.
And he helped us get better by working super hard at every practice, every segment, every drill, every rep, setting the tone of what a true competitor does every day. This approach to the game made choosing Dylan as a captain this year very easy. Dylan has really shown a lot of growth as a player and as a young man these past 4 years. Dylan's commitment to competition, his teammates, his coaches, his school, makes him truly deserving this award for Harborfields Male Athlete of the Year. Congratulations, Dylan. I'm really proud of you.
Now pleased to announce the Most Outstanding Female Athlete. The Most Outstanding Female Athlete Award winner is a varsity field hockey and lacrosse player. Congratulations to Marina Bergen. I'd like to invite Coach Volpe and Coach Desiderio up to speak on behalf of Marina.
Wearing heels. Genuine, motivated, determined, exceptional. These are the words that come to mind when I think of Marina Bergen. Marina is not only an exceptional athlete, but also an exceptional student. It has been my absolute pleasure to coach Marina for the last 4 years and to witness firsthand her passion for athletics as she has helped build a culture of sportsmanship, heart, and determination within our program. While field hockey isn't Marina's first sport, nor the sport she will play in college, she has left an indelible mark on our program. A 4-year varsity field hockey player, winning 51 career games, a senior captain, an offensive threat, a tenacious defender. Through Marina's leadership, she helped guide 7 new starters to our program's first ever county championship this year. Marina earned All-State, All-County, Newsday All-Long Island second team honors, National Field Hockey Coaches Association High School Senior Impact Team, and was selected to the National Academic Squad as a senior. And she's not playing field hockey. Does Navy have field hockey? Marina was also selected as one of 10 exceptional senior award winners by the Suffolk County Field Hockey Coaches Association this past fall. Marina's contributions to the growth and development of our athletic programs and academic vision at Harborfields is significant. And she is, in my opinion, one of the most talented student athletes to have walked these halls. Quite simply, you are leaving behind some big shoes to fill. For the last 9 of my 12 years as head coach of the Harborfields field hockey program, I have coached a Bergen. It is hard for me to imagine next season without one, without seeing your parents on the sidelines. However, I know that Marina has an exceptional future ahead of herself at Navy. They are very lucky to have landed such an incredible athlete, but more so an incredible person. Congratulations and best luck. Best of luck.
Marina, it is my pleasure to present you with the Most Outstanding Female Athlete of the Year award. You are beyond deserving of this honor. I remember back 5 years ago when I just accepted the position to be the head varsity lacrosse coach here at Harborfields. I went down to the gym and met Coach Lady for the first time, and the first thing he said to me was, "You have to pull this 8th grader out, Marina Bergen. She's the real deal." And I wanted to respond with, "Oh, hi, I'm Coach Volpe. I'm the new lacrosse coach. Nice to meet you as well." But instead, I immediately said, "Oh, please tell me about Marina." So first, thank you to Coach Levy for introducing me to this exceptional person and athlete. Marina, you are nothing short of an outstanding athlete and student. Your love for competition is contagious, and you have been an integral part of our success these past few years. You are an unbelievable leader, role model, and your desire to be great is unmatchable. From defending the top offensive players to taking the draw to ripping shots at the top of the 8-meter and even communicating with the refs in a respectful manner while I'm screaming my head off from the sidelines, there is no one quite like Marina Bergman. I distinctly remember after one of our close games this season, the referee came up to me and asked who number 13 was. Without hesitation, he told me that he has never seen a high school player like her before. He was amazed by how Marina was able to play at such a competitive level, going 110%, while coaching up her teammates through every single play. For the past few seasons, our lacrosse team has followed some traditions and referred to many quotes from John Gordon's book, The Hard Hat. The Hard Hat is about an unforgettable person, and it's a true story. He is selfless, hardworking, competitive, compassionate, a leader, a great teammate, and his name was George. George tragically lost his life in 2004. George was a transcendent team leader, and in the book, the author explains that George wasn't just consistent, but he was consistently great. He held himself accountable to the highest possible standards and held his teammates accountable as well. Marina, you are consistently great. You hold yourself and your teammates accountable each and every day, and you always give their very best. You always make them give their very best, just like you. Number 13 is not only an exceptional athlete, but she is also an exceptional student, receiving honor roll every quarter in high school, was awarded Scholar Athlete 11 times here at Harborfields, a member of National Honor Society, and had over 105 GPA this lacrosse season. It definitely is a bittersweet feeling knowing that you're going to be leaving us here at Harborfields. The lacrosse program is certainly going to miss you tremendously, but we will forever be grateful for all of your contributions and the culture you helped develop over the years. It is reassuring to know that you are leaving Harborfields to not only continue your playing career at Naval Academy, but you are leaving us to eventually serve for our country. So on behalf of myself and this entire room, thank you for your future service. Congratulations, Marina, and best of luck.
I'd now like to invite Mr. Russo up to the podium to say a few words and to recognize our senior student athletes. When Mr. Russo calls your name, please come up to the risers and stand here for a senior picture.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Mr. Franco. Thank you for everything this year, your first year as the athletic director here. I really appreciate all your hard work and all your efforts that your team putting tonight together. Thank you, Mr. Franco. Really an awesome job this year. Congratulations to you. So, as somebody who's started their career at Harborfields and as a teacher and had the great fortune of coaching 3 seasons a year for the majority of my career, this night has always been something that's been very special to me in terms of recognizing our athletes. Certainly I know that many of you in this room do so much more for us, right? You're involved in our theater programs, you're involved in our art programs, you're involved in band and all of our music programs, and I appreciate all of that. But for me, on a personal level, to be able to connect with our students as athletes, it's really been very special to me. So a huge congratulations to you. I don't know if people that don't necessarily experience the high school athletic programs understand just how much work it is to balance that plus the academics and everything else. So I want to congratulate all of you one more time from me, and I want to thank you all also for all you do to make this place such a special place. Congratulations again. And finally, our parents, as everybody has said, thank you. I can't thank you enough for all your support for our students and all your support for our school through the years. As I call out athletes up, as Mr. Franco said, just grab a spot on the risers behind us, and they'll pick up their plaques in the cafeteria at the end. Garrett Abraham, Joan Akatani, Nicole Allen, Sarah Allen, Justin Allen, Zachary Aronowski, Nishta Arya, Tyler Axelson, Marina Bach, Brandon Barnes, Marina Bergen, Chad Berlant, Dennis Belay, Charlie Blitz, Dean Bouchard, Petra Brown, Michael Brown, Liam Burns, Jude Callen, Tony Angelina Cantatori, Katie Casano, Ryan Casano, Ben Castaldo, Frankie Sierra Matero, Ali Colley, Matt Considine, Nick Constant, Jack Cunningham, Sophia Cutie, Gabriella Dahlia, Sophia DeSegli, Kira Delaney, Luke DeRosa, Justin Desiderio, Ryan Dupree, Stella Fava, Caitlin Feely, James Vermo, Ariana Peruznia, Logan Flanagan, Emma Flynn, Nadia Fuller, Quentin Gegwich, Anya Glass, Charlie Gorman, Brandon Hancock, Angelique Kendall, Jared Hibbert, Peter Houston, Joseph Huseman, Faye Young, Anthony Kelly, Caroline Kenrick, Rachel Kent Sussline, Stephen Kierwa, Sophia Knudsen, Christina Kraus, Wyatt LaFountain, James Lawler, Sharon Lynn, Andrew Lynch, Jesse Lynch, Max Mallett, Cole Maney, John Martin, Vaughn Martin, Gabriella Mazza, Abby McGowan, Ryan McNally, Ryan McQuaid, Avery Medico, Audrey Mergenthaler, Kelsey Mullings, Kira Mullings, Marielle Mern, Logan Napoli, Dominic Nemeth, Dylan Olson, Andrew Palermo, Michael Peters, Colin Phelan, Carmine Patelli, Katie Boschman, Madeline Poulos, Kristen Ritchie, Aiden Quigley, Grace Quigley, Ethan Radke, Ian Reynolds, Elena Rodolico, Andrew Root, Nicholas Ruizi, Mia Russo, Allison Ryan, Liam Ryan, Nick Saliu, Drew Salek, William Seraphin, Ryan Shee, Marshall Singer, Bailey Slansky, Ava Spencer, Jake Starkey, Owen Sullivan, Thomas Sullivan, Isaiah Sutherland, John Thompson, Alexa Tobias, Lena Tornisi, Nigella Trinidad, Justin Underwood, Nathan Discusi, Francesca Vittorini, Sarah Walker, Molly Whistler, Dylan Wolf, Sophia Zerilli, Luke Zhang, and Alex Zhang. Our class of 2022 senior athletes. Thank you all. Thank you all. You may be seated. I'll have Mr. Michael Butler for a few closing remarks. Thank you again, everybody.
one more big round of applause for all of our athletes. And thank you for all your hard work and memories over the years. It really has been a pleasure to watch you guys compete. Thank you to all of our presenters and supporters for your continued generosity. We can't express our gratitude enough. Thank you to Mr. Russo, obviously, for the kind words, and most of you know that Mr. Russo will be leaving us at the end of the school year. But I can't say what a pleasure, I can't say enough what a pleasure it's been to be able to work with him over the past 7 years. And he's definitely going to be missed. And it's always nice to have a coach and a building principal, and we're going to miss everything you've given to us, everything you've given to the athletic program and Harborfields and Shivers. So good luck, Mr. Russo. We're gonna miss you. Support of our athletic program. This will conclude our awards presentation this evening. All of the senior athletic award plaques are in the cafeteria and they can be picked up in there. Please do not leave without picking up your plaque. The Booster Club has been generous enough to supply all of us with refreshments. So they are in the cafeteria. Thank you everybody for coming and have a great night.